Good morning, YouTube. Godspeed again. I'm going to do a review of my boat here. I wanted to wait until I had it out on the water several times. I think I've had it out about 10 times now. And I think I'm now qualified to do a proper review. Definitely got some likes and some dislikes about this particular boat. Not going to be too long of a video, but I've already went over the features. That's in another video. So I just kind of want to do a full review of my likes and dislikes. This is a 2014 Bass Tracker 175 TXW Pro Team. And I've had it for about a month and a half now. I think I've had it out about 10 times, and so far so good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start at the front of the boat, and I'm just going to work my way back. So this is the I have not changed the trolling motor, and I'm probably not going to do that for a while. I don't have $1,400 to get a proper one, but this is the one that comes with it. This is a 45-pound Minn Kota Edge. I haven't had any problems with it yet, but first thing I did was swap out the prop. It now has a Weed Wedge 2 propeller. The one that comes on it is not weedless, and I learned that the hard way up on Clear Lake. Minn Kota was nice enough to send me one that was made for for the Edge 45, but for some reason, I don't know if I got a bad one or what, but I had to take a Dremel tool to actually get it to work. But anyway, I got that working, and you know, it's adequate. Today I'm on Lake Comanche, beautiful Lake Comanche out here. It's a pretty good lake. So anyway, it's sufficient for lakes like this. I was on the Delta last week, and I was getting blown around pretty hard. So, you know, depending on where you fish and what you fish, is whether this is going to be adequate or not. This is just going to have to do me for the time being, because I can't afford to get another one. But yeah, it's working good so far. No real issues there. So moving back, and we have our recessed foot controls for the trolling motor, which is nice. It works out well. I keep my scissors and things in there. So far so good. Like I said, that's a great addition for 2014. I thought that was done really well, and it's about time for that. Moving on back, when you buy the boat, you're going to get 2 seats and 2 small pedestals. This is not working out real well for me. I like to stand up. I've ordered a stand-up pedestal, adjustable pedestal with a butt seat. But again, the seats themselves are really nice, good padding. I mean, they're very comfortable if you like sitting down. I just don't like sitting down when I fish. So like I said, I ordered a different one, but you're going to get 2 of those, and then you're going to get what I believe is, I think that's a 13-inch Springfield pole there. And like I said, very comfortable, but that's not how I like to do it, so I went ahead and ordered a Springfield Power Rise to sit my butt on while I fish. So no issues thus far. I'm going to go ahead and jump into something that I noticed new for this year are the new locks. They're the twist. You know, you see them on just about every boat. The problem with these is, I'm going to go ahead and show you my beef with them. Right now it's unlocked. I'm going to lock it. You have 2 keys. I'm not sure why they can't just put it in 1 key to lock the boat and start the boat. That would be really nice. There might be a reason out there. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and lock this lock. Okay, right now it's locked. Now watch what happens. Now I can just open it. The first time this happened, I actually wanted to lock something away. I actually didn't realize that I had locked it, and I just walked over and opened it up. And I noticed that it was a little bit firmer than what it normally is. I thought maybe it just got caught on the lid a little bit, and then I realized, no, it's actually locked right now. So, you know, if anybody at Tracker happens to watch the video, if you're going to put a lock, and now it's open, if you're going to put a lock on a storage container, at least give some sort of level of security. I don't expect it to keep somebody who's determined out, but it should be able to keep my 6-year-old out of it. So that was pretty disappointing. Like I said, other than that, the handles work well. But the quality of the actual lock there is pretty terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. This is your main storage unit here. This is where I keep a lot of my tackle. Pretty good in size. We do have a little water drainage tube here that drains off of the guardrail down into the boat. I wish that they would route that back, because as it sits right now, it actually cuts into about 6 inches of your storage space. This is the only big locker you have. So that being said, I want as much of that one locker as I could get. So again, if you're watching this, if you could just route that hose back against that back wall, you would give us about 6 more inches. Again though, plenty of space here in this one locker, but you only have one. I'm going to show you the other side. Go ahead and lock this up. And the other side, and you'll see this again in my features video, but new for 2014 is you get a live well. This is a 19-gallon aerated, circulated, and timed. I haven't used it yet. I've been using it as a cooler. I've used it as some storage. If I have one complaint about this boat, it is the lack of storage. There's not a ton of storage on this boat. Again though, I mean, you can use it for other things other than a live well. I have. And when it comes spring, I'll certainly be using that live well. There's 2 of them on the boat. There's a 19-gallon in the front, 16 in the back. Alright, I'm going to show you the rod locker, which currently doesn't have any rods in it. I have 4 with me today, and I have all of them out on the deck. But you have a very generous rod locker here, and that's just a shot of the little pole that you get. But very generous. You can put a bunch of 8.5-foot rods in the main box there, and then you got the 2 on top. You can put 7.5 foots, and then 3 6.5s on either side. So very happy with the rod locker. Plenty of space there. You can, of course, put some storage stuff down in here too. But if you carry a lot of rods like I do when I travel, I don't have a lot of extra room in there for. Also put a net in there. I don't have a lot of extra room for that sort of stuff. So. All right, and we're moving back into the. This is again new for 2014. This is your floor cooler, if you want to call it that. In my other video, I touched on the design of this. This is one of those, it's great sometimes, bad other times. The problem that I have with this cooler is you have to climb onto the boat to put anything on the cooler. And if you're up at 5 or 5:30 in the morning to get ready to go, I don't want to have to climb onto my boat to put something in a cooler. That being said, actually function-wise, once you get the stuff in it, it works really well. But if you're like me, you cannot remove anything out of this. It has a hole in the bottom that drains into the bilge. So if you fill it with ice, it's just going to drain down in the bilge. You have in the back 2, and I'll show you those in a minute, 2 removable storage containers that you can pull out. And they also work really well for storing your drinks and ice and that sort of thing with removable liners. So it just depends. I started using this more. I just kind of bit the bullet. I really wish we had maybe bigger storage in the back, or we could relocate this. But that being said, any storage is good storage. You can use it for other things other than a cooler. But, it's just something to consider. All right. And we're going to go ahead and move on to this. Get my cigarettes out of the way.
biggest pet peeve I've had with the boat so far. And I know you're looking at me going, what, the cup holders? And actually, no, my problem wasn't with the cup holders. My problem was, I'm a big guy. I'm about 265. And this is wood underneath here. This is a 1/2 inch marine ply. And when I was on Clear Lake, you realize you have your step right here. This is probably one of the most high traffic areas on the boat right here. You're going to step here a lot. You're going to step off the back onto here. Well, anyway, I was going from the back to the front, and I stepped off approximately right here in front of this cup holder, and I felt the wood give a little. You know, you hear that, you know, kind of crunch sound. And basically what's happened is there's no support anywhere through here. There's a support over here, and there's a support over here, but you have a big area from this cooler here with no support for this 1/2 inch piece of ply. Well, new for this year, they cut 2 cup holders and then a drain. There's not a support here. So you have a little wood here, a little wood here. If you put all your weight right here.
Alright guys, so apparently my video got cut pretty short. So I'm back in my garage now, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up. Like I was saying, there is almost no support between the end of this cooler here and the start of the vent there. There's very little wood between the cup holders and that vent. And that's where the problem occurred for me. That is such a high traffic area that, you know, Tracker, if you happen to see this, like welding a little support brace there, I think would certainly alleviate the problem. There's plenty of bigger people than me that are going to buy these boats and use them, and certainly would like to see that fixed. What I did to rectify it was I just cut a 2x4 and slid it through one of the cup holders there and wedged it. There's a aluminum support brace that runs right down the center, good thick aluminum, and then just put 2 screws in the top of it. And I mean, that'll probably last the life of the boat. Now, I'll probably never have any problem with it, but it's not confidence inspiring to feel the you know, your brand new boat and to feel the flooring give way a little bit when you step onto the back deck. So something to keep in mind. It's an easy fix, but something I certainly didn't like. So moving on to the back, obviously you have storage under your middle seat and your passenger seat. Good bit of storage here. Life vests, fire extinguisher, that sort of thing. And then this is your 16-gallon live well. As you can see, I mean, for 5 big fish, that's going to be extremely cramped, which is why I was such a big fan of them going with the 19-gallon live well in the front. Certainly going to get some use out of that come spring. But like I said, it does have a pump out feature this year, which is nice. And then you have two of these smaller storage containers. They do have plastic liners they'll pull out. I would really like to see these made a little bit bigger if at all possible, but they are handy. I went ahead and added another battery for the trolling motor. It's 12 volt, wired in parallel, just to get a little extra juice. There was plenty of room for that. I'm going to go ahead and show you the bilge area. And that's that. And as you would expect, it's clean back here. Obviously, it's a new boat. The extra battery is back here, and it's connected with the interstate. So far, so good. Not even come close to running out of juice yet. So it's good. And that's my 60-horse Merc. So far, that thing has been great. It is plenty of power for me. Top speed has been 33 miles an hour with 2 people on the boat, and gets excellent gas mileage. Now I'm coming from a 150 horse Evinrude, so used to burning a lot of fuel, but I've been very, very happy with the fuel consumption of the boat, and 33 miles an hour is plenty fast for me. So if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Hopefully this helps some people out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.